tough day on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped more than 450 points. The S&P 500 closed down more than 0.75%, posting back-to-back losses over fear of what could happen with President Trump's tariffs. Joining us now with some thoughts on what's happening and advice for investors is Jennifer Pagliara Horton, Executive Vice President and Financial Advisor at CapWealth down in Franklin. Jennifer, thank you for doing this. What are your thoughts about the possibility that these tariffs could drive our economy into recession?
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I think it's a little early to know. I really think that the recession talk is a little overblown, and it's a natural inclination for people to be worried, obviously, but I just don't think the fundamentals are there to support a recession.
Well, of course, folks on Wall Street are always nervous, but people that have 401k accounts are wondering, how is this going to impact me? If this volatility continues, our retirement accounts will take a hit. What's your advice for these folks?
I think that, the research supports that you gotta ride it out, unfortunately. Again, I know there's a lot of sentiment and, around being afraid, but there is a lot of support where if you try to time the market and get in and out, you're way worse off than if you had just written it out.
I've heard that when stocks are down, and right now they're down, to some extent, it's an opportunity for those who have some cash to jump in and maybe have an opportunity to realize some nice gains when things rebound. If it's a good time to buy, what should one think about buying?
We really like Palantir right now. They reported earnings a couple weeks ago, and it was way up, and now it's come back to reality. And so I think that's an excellent buy. And I think I would look at, some of the Magnificent Seven. Some of these valuations that have been so crazy over the last 2 years are looking more attractive.
Are your thoughts that perhaps cooler heads on both sides of the various borders will prevail and we'll get back to something that's mutually beneficial, which would be nice for the stock market?
I do. I really do. I think we're in a, headline-driven market right now, and it's just got a lot of uncertainty, which is causing all this volatility. And I think it'll find its footing eventually and, finally move back in the right direction.
I hope you're right. Good advice there. Jennifer Pagliara Horton, Executive Vice President at CapWealth there down in Franklin. Thanks for sharing your insights.
Thanks for having me.